Hello everyone! Welcome to our channel. Our lesson for today is all about add and subtract fractions and mixed fractions with and without regrouping. You already know how to add similar fractions in lower grade. When we say similar fractions, these fractions have common denominator or pareho yung denominator nila. When fractions have common denominator, you just add the numerators and write the sum over the common denominator and write the lowest term. So same goes with subtractions of similar fractions. Kapag ang given fractions ay may common denominator, isusubtract lang din natin ang kanilang numerators and then isusulat natin above their common denominator. And then kung may lowest term pa, i-reduce natin ito sa lowest term. So ganun lang kasimple. This time, learn more about addition and subtraction of fractions. In this lesson, you're expected to add and subtract fractions and mixed fractions with and without regrouping. Before we discuss our lesson, let's have a short review first about addition and subtraction of similar fractions. I want you to add or subtract the following fractions. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to answer each given. For the first given, it is subtraction of similar fractions. Since may common denominator sila na 8, isa-subtract lang natin ang numerators na 7 and 3. So 7 minus 3 equals, okay, so it's 4, and then we're going to write 4 above the common denominator 8. Therefore, the answer is 4 over 8. Pero meron pa bang lowest term ang 4 over 8? Yes. So ang pinakang final answer natin dito ay 1/2. So ang common factor ng 4 at 8 ay 4, kaya i-divide natin sila pareho by 4, kaya siya naging 1 over 2. For the second given, we have a mixed fraction here, which is 2 and 4 over 18. When we say mixed fractions, these fractions have a whole number. So like for example, this one, ang whole number dito ay 2, and then yung 4 over 18, this is a proper fraction. So kapag mag-a-add tayo ng mixed number, yung whole number, i-add natin sa whole number din. And then syempre, numerator to numerator. Since walang whole number ang 6 over 18, i-rewrite lang natin ang 2. And since common naman ang denominator ng ating fractions, which is 18, i-add lang natin ang mga numerators. So we have 4 plus 6 equals, okay, so it's 10. Isusulat lang natin siya above the common denominator, which is 18 nga. Therefore, the answer is 2 and 10 over 18. So as you can see, meron pa rin tayong whole number na 2. Sinulat lang natin siya dyan dahil wala naman tayong i-add sa 2. Okay? So ngayon, ang 10 over 18 ba ay may lowest term pa? Yes, of course. Therefore, the final answer is 2 and 5 over 9. So kapag maglo-lowest term tayo, ang ilo-lowest term lang natin ay yung fraction part. Yung whole number, hindi natin siya gagalawin as long as wala tayong idadagdag sa kanya. Okay? Now, for the last given, kung mapapansin nyo, ang ating minuenda ay whole number, which is 9. So, paano natin subtract ito kung ganito ang given? Ang gagawin natin dito, yung whole number na 9 ay gagawin nating mixed fraction. So, paano nga ba yon? We're going to do some regrouping here. Babawasan natin ng isa yung whole number na 9. So, 9 minus 1 equals 8. and 8 will be the whole number of our mixed fraction. Then, yung 1 na sinubtract natin, yun yung magiging fraction part niya. So, paano siya magiging fraction part? Yung 1 na yun dapat kapag ginawa natin siyang fraction part, equal pa rin siya kay 1. So, para mas madali ang ating pag-subtract, dapat common na rin yung denominator nila. So, ibig sabihin kung ano yung denominator ng ating subtrahend, which is 6, yun ang magiging denominator din ng ating fraction na niregroup natin. Now, paano naman siya magiging equal to 1? So, para maging equal to 1 ang fraction part, dapat pareho ang numerator and denominator. Kasi pag dinivide natin silang dalawa, that will be equal to 1. So, therefore, ang ating fraction part ay 6 over 6. Ngayon, ano na ang ating mixed fraction? We have 8 and 6 over 6. So, 8 ang whole number, which is binawasan natin ng isa, yung 9 kanina. And then, yung 1 na binawas natin, siya na yung naging fraction part, which is 6 over 6. So, diba, 6 divided by 6 is equal to 1. So, kung i-add natin yan, ang 8 and 6 over 6, that is also equal to 9. Now, let's subtract 8 and 6 over 6 by 3 and 5 over 6. So, syempre, whole number to whole number, numerator to numerator, since common naman ang kanilang denominator. So, 8 minus 3 equals... Okay, so it's 5. So, therefore, ang whole number natin ay 5. And then, how about the numerator? We have a 6 minus 5 equals... Okay, so it's 1. Therefore, our answer is 5 and 1 over 6. Since ang ating numerator ay 1 na, ibig sabihin, naka-lowest term na yan. Kasi wala naman siyang ibang factor kundi 1. Okay? To start the lesson, let us look at the problem situation given. Ruel jogged 3/5 of a kilometer on Saturday and 4 over 7 of a kilometer on Sunday. How far did he jog together in 2 days? To find the answer, we need to add 3 over 5 and 4 over 7. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, hindi common ang denominator ng ating given fractions. Magkaiba sila, which are 5 and 7. So, ano ang gagawin natin dito? Okay, so we need to find the least common denominator or yung tinatawag natin na LCD. Finding the LCD is just like finding the LCM or the least common multiple. Tinawag lang siya na LCD to be more specific. So, ibig sabihin, hahanapin natin ang multiples ng ating given denominators. And then, we're going to identify the common multiples and then identify which one is the least. So, ang multiples ng ating denominators ay, so for 5, these are the following multiples. And for 7, eto naman. Now, what are the common multiples? So, the common multiples are 35 and 70 and so on. Now, which one is the least? So, ang least dyan ay 35. Therefore, that is our LCM or LCD. Next, let's rename the fraction. So, when we say rename the fraction, dapat yung kanilang denominator ay magiging common na. Okay? So, the first one is 3 over 5. So, i-rename natin siya. Yung 5, dapat magiging 35 na siya since that is the LCD. So, para maging 35 ang 5, i-multiply natin siya by 7. So, we have 5 times 7 equals 35. Ngayon, paano ang numerator? So, kung ano ang minultiply natin sa denominator, yun din ang i-multiply natin sa numerator. So, that's why we have 3 times 7, which is equal to 21. So, now, from 3 over 5, naging 21 over 35 na siya. For 4 over 7, same process din yan. So, yung 7, dapat magiging 35 na siya. Ang gagawin natin, i-multiply natin ang 7 by 5. Kasi 7 times 5 is equal to 35. And then, yung numerator na 4 ay imumultiply din natin by 5. So, we have 4 times 5 equals 20. So, therefore, from 4 over 7, naging 20 over 35 na siya. So, ngayon, common na ang kanilang denominator, which is 35. Pwede na tayong mag-add. Next, add. Write the sum in the lowest term. So, we have here 3 over 5, which is naging 21 over 35 na siya. And then yung 4 over 7, naging 20 over 35. So, we're going to add the numerators. So, we have 21 plus 20 equals 41. And then, syempre, ang denominator niyan ay yung common denominator pa rin, which is 35. So, as you can see, improper fraction yan. Dahil mas malaki or mas mataas ang value ng ating numerator, which is 41, kesa sa denominator, which is 35. So, ang magiging lowest term yan is a mixed fraction, which is 1 and 6 over 35. So, bakit nga naging ganun? I-divide natin ang 41 by 35, which is equal to 1. So, siya yung magiging whole number. And then, kung ano, ang remainder, siya yung magiging numerator. So, ang remainder kasi ay 6. Kaya siya 6 ang numerator. And then, the denominator will be the denominator pa rin kanina, which is 35. That's why the final answer is 1 and 6 over 35. Okay? Therefore, Ruel jogged 1 and 6 over 35 kilometers in all. For the second example, find the difference of 9 and 1 over 8 and 3 and 5 over 6. So, magsasubtract naman tayo this time ng the similar fractions or yung magkaiba ang denominator. So, same process pa rin. First, we need to find the LCD. So, ano-ano nga ba ang multiples ng ating denominators? For 8, we have the following numbers. And then, for 6 naman, we have this. Now, what are the common multiples? So, ang common multiples ay 24, 48, and so on. So, ano yung pinakang least? The least one or the LCD is 24. Next, we will be renaming the fractions. So, from 9 and 1 over 8, dapat yung 8 magiging 24 since that is the LCD. So, para maging 24 ang 8, imamultiply natin siya by 3. So, 8 times 3 is 24. And syempre, yung numerator, ganun din ang gagawin natin. Imamultiply natin by 3. So, that's why meron tayo dyang 9 and 3 over 24. So, siya na yung bagong fraction. Yung whole number, hindi natin siya gagalawin. I-rewrite lang natin siya. Okay? So, same goes with the subtrahend, which is 3 and 5 over 6. Yung 6 dapat nagiging 24. So, imamultiply natin siya by 4. So, ganun din ang numerator. Kaya meron na tayong 3 and 20 over 24. Regrouped the minuend if necessary. So, hindi pa kasi tayo pwedeng mag-subtract dahil kung mapapansin nyo, mas mataas ang numerator ng ating subtrahend, which is 20, than the numerator of the minuend, which is 3. So, kaya magkakaroon tayo ng regrouping. So, ito yung ginawa natin kanina sa ating review. Babawasan natin ng isa ang whole number, which is 9, kaya magiging 8 na lang siya. So, siya ang magiging panibagong whole number. And then, yung 1 na binawas natin na magiging fraction part, which is dapat kung ano yung denominator natin, which is 24, dapat yun din ang kanyang magiging denominator. And then, natulad ng sinabi ko rin kanina, dapat equal pa rin siya kay 1. So, para maging equal to 1 siya, dapat same lang ang numerator and denominator. So, that's why meron tayo ditong 24 over 24. At dahil hindi naman to whole number lang at mixed fraction naman ito, i-add natin itong fraction part na 24 over 24 kay 3 over 24. And then, syempre, yung whole number din. At dahil wala namang ibang whole number kundi 8, i-rewrite lang natin siya. And then, for the numerators, i-add natin 24 plus 3 is 27. And then, just copy the denominator. So, from 9 and 3 over 24, this will be 8 and 27 over 24. So, dahil mas mataas na ang numerator ng ating minuend, pwede na tayong mag-subtract. Now, let's subtract. Write the sum in the lowest term. So, from 9 and 1 over 8, naging 8 and 27 over 24 siya. And then, yung 3 and 5 over 6, naging 3 and 20 over 24. So, isa-subtract natin ang whole numbers. 8 minus 3 equals 5. And then, for numerators naman, 27 minus 20 is equal to 7. And then, just copy the denominator. So, ang 5 and 7 over 24 ba ay may lowest term pa? Okay, so wala na dahil ang 7 over 24 ay naka-lowest term na siya dahil ang kanilang common factor na lang naman ay 1. Okay? Therefore, the difference is 5 and 7 over 24. To add and subtract similar fractions, simply add or subtract the numerator and copy the denominator. And of course, don't forget to reduce your answers in lowest terms. Kasi ang final answers dapat naka-lowest term palagi. Always remember that. To add and subtract the similar fractions, get the LCD. Change the fractions to similar fractions or equivalent fractions using the LCD. And then, add or subtract the equivalent fractions. And of course, don't forget to reduce your answers in lowest terms. Now, to subtract mixed forms with the similar fractions, make the fractions similar. If the fraction in the minuend is less than the fraction in the subtrahend, rename the minuend as a mixed form with a fraction greater than 1. This time, let's have some assessments. Kindly get a piece of paper and a pen. How many points did you get? Very good! Thank you for watching. See you on our next lesson. Bye!